He goes by the name of Simply Shrimps. However, the content that he's been bringing out, well, why am I talking in third person? The content that I've been bringing out lately has not been overly shrimp related. Although it's still been aquarium slash fish related, there hasn't been too many specific shrimp videos coming out. And all that is going to change as I have got some exciting news to tell you all and share with you. So stay tuned and let's find out what it is. Hee hee! It's all about shrimps, simply shrimps. Good day everybody and welcome to this video. So, the exciting news. There's a few parts actually, however the main one which is going to help push my shrimp videos out is that everything you see here is about to change well over the course of a few weeks and whatnot. I have ordered 2 new tanks. Well, you might think, you've got 4 tanks at the moment, why are you ordering 2? Well, you see, they're 3 foot long. And what I'm going to do is put dividers in them, so there's going to be effectively 4 tanks in one. So altogether, I'm getting 8 tanks, 8 new tanks. That means 8 species of shrimp. I'm so excited to play around with so many different shrimp. So there are actually a couple of reasons why I haven't been posting out shrimp specific videos, so like spotlighting different species of shrimp. The first one really is the fact that I've been waiting to invest in a macro lens. I still haven't quite got the macro lens. I've got a new camera which will allow me to get a decent macro lens to fit into it. So yeah, that's still coming. And the second thing is the fact that I've been waiting for these new tanks. Oh, I'm so excited! So let's give you a rundown of the tanks I already have, and it might help give you some kind of an understanding as to why I haven't been putting the shrimp videos out, because they're not neglected, but I mean they're not as good as they can be, and I've kind of been a bit lazy on them until I get these new tanks so I can set them all up and break these down. So yeah, let's go over these tanks. So the first tank here originally started as my cull tank, and you can see the amount of duckweed there is on top. It's a bit of a shame really. It's reducing the flow rate and I need to get rid of that. Another bit of a schoolboy error in this tank is the fact that it has a buffering substrate in it, and most of the shrimp in there are Caridina, so they don't really need the buffering. They can live in an inert substrate. They don't need as specific water qualities as the Caridina species do. On to the second tank at the top here now. Now this one has been doing, it's my favourite tank. It's been doing the best out of all the tanks I have. And this one has both Caridina and Caridina shrimp in it. So it's got the red cherry shrimp and it also has crystal black shrimps in there. There are literally babies everywhere in this tank and it's doing so well. So I hope when I get the crossover of putting them into the new setup that they still manage to thrive and do as well as they have been doing in here. However, it's going to be a bit of a pain to try and catch all those wee little babies out. The weeping moss in here is doing spectacular as well. And now we'll go on to the bottom row down here, and this is actually the biggest tank that I've got. It's about 70 litres. And in here we also have Caridina and Caridina shrimp. So we have the crystal red shrimp and we have blue dreams. In this tank, the Caridina shrimp, they have been thriving regardless. They've just been doing so well. However, I've had a bit of trouble with the crystal reds in here. They were the first Caridina shrimp that I ever bought, and I started off with 10 of them. And I've literally had them in here for a year and a half, and there's probably, gosh, 20, 25, so they've not been doing that well. Only in the last couple of months they have been sprouting babies out, so it's a good sign that maybe the tank just needed that little bit extra to mature. I'm not too sure. All the parameters throughout the whole course of it have been spot on. There's not been any sort of major increases or decreases of any parameters. So it was a bit of an oddball really. Maybe they just needed their mojo. Nonetheless, they have started to take off now, which is brilliant. And in here we've got flame moss as well. It was chaotic in there and I did trim it back, I think in an older video if you've seen that one. So it's a bit more tame now, but it's taken off again. And finally we go down to this tank here, which is pretty much, it's a dead tank kind of. All that's in there really is plants. Mind you, there is a couple of rabbit snails or Sulawesi snails. Forgive my pronunciation. What was in here was yellow fire cherry shrimp, so the Neocaridinas, and again my crystal reds Caridinas did start life in here, so there is a buffering substrate in there, and the yellow cherries have just kind of fizzled out, which is a bit of a shame because they were so vibrant. So I've pretty much just let this tank go wild, and there's some Wassertang in there growing. It's been doing amazingly. There's some moss balls. I did take the flame moss out of there and put it in the bigger tank, so literally all that's in there is Wassertang. It's a Wassertang jungle. So what is the plan for these two new tanks that I'm going to be getting? Well, I do actually have some epic videos coming out, sort of DIYs and setup videos setting these up, and the plans are big for these. I hope to make them pretty much minimal maintenance for water changes and things like that. And by that I mean I've got things like this. A float valve. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a barrel of pure RO water up here, so any evaporation water, it's just going to get auto topped up, so that's going to be quite fun to plumb in and fix in basically. Pretty much the same aspect with water changes as well. I'm also going to be drilling glass, I'm going to be siliconing glass in, I'm going to be plumbing in all of the filtration system, I'm going to be, what else am I going to be doing? Making lids for the tanks. There's so many ideas and videos and content that is coming off of this process, so be sure to check it out as it comes out soon. What am I going to be stocking in these tanks, you also ask? Well, the top row or bottom row, I'm not really sure which way round yet, it doesn't really matter, but one of them is going to be Caridinas, and considering the tanks are going to be split into 4, that means 4 species of shrimp. So of course I'm going to go for the trusty crystal red shrimp, the logo here, which I already have, and the crystal black shrimp, so that's 2 tanks sorted. Another shrimp that's going to fit in there is the blue bolt. It's got to be one of my favourite shrimps of all time. I love the colour blue, obviously, if you probably can't tell. I also love red, but you know, blue is cool. Cool blue. And in the 4th and final section of that tank, I'm going to try my luck with a bit of Michelin shrimps. And I just love the kind of lottery you get when you breed them shrimp. You can get any, well not any, but like a wide spectrum of shrimp. So other than the crystal reds and crystal blacks, you can get red wines, you can get pandas, you can even get blue bolts, which I'm going to have a specific tank on. But hey ho, I just love that kind of, what have we got coming out of these babies? Or eggs. So there's the Caridina Rack all pretty much explained to you guys. The second tank row, what are we going to put in there? So if you haven't guessed it already, that's going to be the Neocaridina Rack. And again, it's going to be split into 4 tanks, so that's 4 species. So of course we're going to have the very lovely and original red cherry shrimp in there. We're also going to have some blue cherries, which I've already got. And we're going to try our luck with the yellow cherries again. And obviously the parameters can be set perfect for Neocaridina shrimp, so hopefully they'll do a bit better this time. And what's going in the 4th section of this tank? Well, I'm going to go for tiger shrimp. Because they do quite well on the same parameters of the Neocaridinas. So that's 8 shrimp I'm going to be dabbling with, and I literally cannot wait. So I'm going to have to obviously source these out, and so I'm not too sure where I'm going to get these from yet. I might have to turn to Instagram and do some shout outs and be like, hey, does anyone know where I can get these from? Like a reputable breeder rather than eBay or anything like that, so we'll see. I'll keep you guys informed, and obviously there's going to be videos on that. So the tanks themselves are going to take maybe 2 to 6 weeks to actually be made and get to me, because the company are a bit slow at making them sometimes, so hey ho. So there's the complete update on the shrimp rack and how it's going to evolve over the next few months, hopefully when the tanks come. Now, onto some more amazing news. Now, if you guys haven't already heard of George Farmer, he did feature in my last video of the Aqua Expo 2018 vloggy thing. We're actually planning doing a collab together We're not quite sure what we're actually going to do yet, some kind of aquascaping fish tank thing, but I'm really excited for that, and I'm actually heading down to London in a week or two to do that, so that's coming out very shortly. Be sure to check his channel out as well. Simply it's just type up there in the search box George Farmer and he'll pop up. Amazing UK aquascaper. And the final bit of exciting news you guys all have to look forward to is a marine tank. If you have been following me on Instagram, I've already mentioned Instagram in this video, so if you're not already following me, follow me on Instagram. It's just simply shrimps, pretty much, simply _shrimps. Yeah, you may have noticed I did put a picture up a week or two ago of a little all-in-one marine tank, and I will be setting that up sort of late summerish this year, hopefully anyway, and I hope to put some sexy shrimp in there. So I will be dabbling in a bit of salt water, which I cannot wait for. There's so much exciting news and videos that are gonna come out. So now you guys are updated on everything and some really exciting projects coming to this channel. If you're excited, let me know in the comments below. What are you looking forward to the most? And don't forget to like this video if you did like it, and if you're excited, like it, like it, like it. And of course, if you are looking forward to and love the sound of any of these projects coming up, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button somewhere down here in one of these corners, and you'll obviously be notified as and when, well, if you hit that bell as well, when these videos come out. Until another video, guys, I shall see you soon. See you later. It's all about shrimps, simply shrimps. Let's keep things shrimple, simply shrimps. Do 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 do. Yeah.